good? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. I did a video like this earlier in the summertime where I basically told you guys about, I believe it was like 3 or 4, I think it was just 3 books that I thought would be great reads for the summertime, and we are now in September, okay? And to me that just basically means that it's Halloween time, okay? As soon as September 1st hits, bitch, it's Halloween. It's Halloween. Ghosts come out, goblins, demons, everything's spooky, okay? So I just wanted to come on here today and give you guys 4 book recommendations for the fall/Halloween spooky time, okay? Because it is my favorite time of the fucking year. I've been loving just a good little read, you know, late at night, sit outside on the porch with a nice little drink and, you know, have a little book in hand. If you guys are anything like me, you have probably already started watching any and everything spooky related. And of course, we can't forget about all the amazing spooky books for this time of year, okay? So if you guys are ready to hear about just some of my personal favorites that I have read for Halloween time, okay? Just keep on watching. Like I mentioned in my last book recommendation video, I don't physically have the copy of the book, okay? I unfortunately can no longer read text on paper, which sucks for me, but I do read my books on my phone, okay? I did mention in that last video that I wanted to get a Kindle, but I just, bitch, it works fine on my phone, okay? So I have a few different like levels of spookiness, okay? So I do have, you know, a book that's more like targeted for, you know, like younger kids, more like, I don't know, like middle school kind of level, and it just kind of keeps going up from there, just so you guys know what's bound to happen, okay? First book that I'm going to talk to you guys is called The Girl in the Locked Room, okay? And now this is by Mary Downing Han. I believe it's Han. I would honestly suggest this book for all ages, but specifically for like the younger kids, maybe if you're in middle school, you would really enjoy this book. I personally really liked it. It was a book that I was able to read in 2 days. The only reason I wasn't able to read it in like 1 day was because I was busy the first day, so I just got like halfway through and then I had to like put it down. But it is just a very good, quick, easy read. It's nice, it's fun. It's about this girl and her parents, right? And her dad works on like remodeling old, abandoned like buildings and houses and stuff like that. So he gets hired to fix up this like old abandoned house that has been abandoned for years and years, and instantly as soon as she walks in, she notices just like the creepiness and like the weird vibes from the house, and she just knows that there is something more to this property than what everybody is telling her. Nobody believes her, and nobody really like wants to like look more into the history of the house, but she ends up meeting another girl her age. Now this girl is about like, I think like 13 or 14 years old, like I said, very young, but she ends up meeting another girl at a library, and that's when she tells her where she's staying at, what her parents do for work and stuff like that, and she finds out through the girl that there is more to this house and a murder happened in this house, okay? She ends up finding a locked door at the very top of the house on the 3rd floor, and she just knows, okay, within her heart that there is something more behind that closed door. And for some reason, nobody can manage to get this door open. It has been closed since the property basically was abandoned, okay, and just nobody can get in it, and she just is very curious and she wants to know what the fuck is going on in that locked room. They end up having a sleepover in the addition to the house where her dad is like remodeling it, and during the sleepover they manage to crack the case, okay, and figure out what happened in this house and how the murder took place and everything that happened because of the murder. Like I said, it is for, you know, a little bit more of a younger audience, but I really enjoyed it. It was like a cute little like mystery type of book to read. I do wish that it had been just like a little bit longer and there was more, I don't know, like just like search in the like whole mystery, because I did feel like everything kind of happened kind of quickly. But at the same time, I enjoyed that because I was able to read it in 2 days and, you know, get it done with and move on to a different book. But I did really enjoy this book. So the next book that I'm gonna talk to you guys about, it's called A Million Junes, okay? And this one is actually by Emily Henry, okay? And you guys, this was actually a book that I read last year around this exact time. So this book basically takes place like leading up to Halloween Day, like the main big event happens on Halloween Day. But basically it's about this girl named June, okay? And it does involve a like dark mystery that her family has kept for like centuries. And this one does have a little bit of like a love story to go along with it, okay? So basically she kind of ends up falling for this boy that she has been told her whole life she is not allowed to even like think of, okay? She can't even like look his way because his family is just trash. His family hates her family hates his family, and it's a mess, okay? There's like a big like battle going on between the two families. I really enjoyed this book. This one is a little bit more of a longer read. Again, more for like middle schooler, kind of high school type ages, okay? But I really enjoyed it. It was super cute. She has a best friend, her name is Hannah, and I just love like the dynamic between them two. They're so cute together. This one does have a lot of just like magic and like different world, different realm type of thing, okay? If you guys like are into that, I really liked it, to be completely honest. I thought it was like such a cute, like good book. It does have, you know, like ghosty parts to it, but it mainly is more like magic oriented and stuff like that. So if you guys really like that type of thing, you guys will definitely love this book. The storyline was really good. The just like detail in the events that happen in the book, y'all, so fucking good. I just love the way that June develops throughout the book, and the way that she is at the beginning like super sheltered, super like protected almost, and just how she kind of breaks from that herself and is like, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna figure out why the hell I'm not allowed to talk to this boy that I end up really liking, okay? It's crazy, you guys, because the boy that she is not allowed to like even think of, okay, ends up being her like fake tutor, so they can crack the case as to why they aren't like allowed to be with each other and stuff like that. They end up falling in love, you guys, and it's like, it's just such a cute book, you guys. Like seriously, I would highly recommend if you guys like magic-y stuff, if you guys like I said, like different realms, different portals, like afterlife type of thing. Like I said, it does have a little bit of a ghost presence. There is a black figure, black shadow that like haunts them, and she does see it quite often, and every time she sees this shadow, she knows that something bad is going to happen and someone is going to lose their life. It does have a little bit of sadness to it as well, because she does lose her father before the book even starts. She has already lost her father, but she ends up figuring out why he died and how he died, and how pretty much all the men from her family have passed away. And you guys, seriously, such a good fucking book, okay? I took a little bit long to read this book. I could definitely have read it in like a week or so, but it did take me a little bit longer just because I read it when it was like close to Halloween, so I was kind of like super busy doing like Halloween-y type things. But it was such a good book for me to pick up at night, when like right before I was gonna go to bed, just like read a couple chapters and like go to sleep on it. But it was definitely one of my like favorite little books to read. Wasn't as quick to read as The Girl in the Locked Room, but it had more detail to it. It had more events take place. It had more of like a plot twist. And I was actually put onto this book by a girl here on YouTube. She mentioned this book as one of her like quick reads that she really enjoyed around this time, so I knew I had to try it out, and she was not wrong, okay? Definitely such a good book. Now we're getting to the more like creepy, skin crawly, like double take, make sure that's not an actual ghost at your window type of books, okay? The third book that I want to talk to you guys about is actually called The Silent Patient, okay? And this was another one that I found also on YouTube. A girl recommended, and I'm so glad I fucking read it, okay? Because you guys, this book will really, really make you doubt everything that you see and everything that people tell you. It'll really make you like double think and be like, really though? Like, is there more to what you're saying, or like, are you telling the truth? It just really, really like puts you on edge about like everything and everyone around you, okay? This one is by Alex, oh god, Michaelides? I'm so sorry, sir, but you killed it with this book. So basically, you guys, this book is about a woman named Alicia, okay? And what happens is that she tries so hard to save her husband from death, okay? Because somebody ends up killing him, obviously. And because he ends up dying, she goes mute, you guys. And because she goes mute and doesn't say anything, they automatically think that she is the one that murdered her husband, because the killer kind of just set up everything to make it look like she did it and she was the crazy one. And because this happens, you guys, and she goes mute and doesn't say a single fucking word, okay, they end up putting her in a insane asylum, okay? And they basically kind of leave her there to rot, which is so sad, you guys. But it is such an incredible book. A man takes the challenge and tries to get her to talk, and just tries to get inside of her head and figure out what is actually the truth behind her silence and what ended up happening to her husband, because he doesn't believe that she's the one that killed him. He thinks that there is a lot more to this story, you guys. There fucking is, you guys. Like I said, this is one that will really make you like double take on everything everybody is saying. I do want to just say that it is kind of like a slow build up to like the main event, you guys, but once it gets good, you guys, it gets really, really fucking good. Because at the beginning, I would say like the first half is just kind of like, not gonna lie to you guys, I almost kind of gave up on this book, because at first I was like, is this even gonna get good? Like, is this even like gonna be worth me reading? But oh my fucking god, was it worth me fucking waiting for? Seriously, you guys, such a good fucking book. It's so insane the way that this author fucks with your head in every single way, shape, and form, like on some real shit. It's just so insane, you guys. Like I said, it does take place in kind of like a psych ward, and there's a bunch of people in that psych ward that need some help, okay? Need some real help. I could not stop talking about this book once I like stopped reading it. I was telling literally everybody around me that I knew that liked to read books, like, please read Silent Patient, please read The Silent Patient. And I actually have a friend that you know, I put her onto this book, and at the beginning she did the same thing. She was like, girl, this book ain't that good. And I was like, no, keep going, you have to keep going and get to like the like end half of the book, because that's when everything just starts to like click together and everything starts to make sense, and everybody just kind of comes out of their shell and just like comes out with all these secrets, you guys, that have been kept for years and years and years and years and years. Okay, there's so much just like history in this book, and just so much like backstabbing towards one another. It's so insane, you guys. But I really enjoyed this book. It was definitely one that as soon as I woke up, I wanted to keep reading, because I just wanted to know what was going to happen next. And it was definitely one that late at night I would pull out just to make sure that I got a couple chapters in before bed, because you guys, it's just whoa, like the level of just like fucked up that this book is just so fucking insane. But it's like a good fuck up. The last book that I'm going to be talking about in today's video, and by far my favorite book, you guys, okay? If you guys want a book that's going to make your skin crawl and is going to seriously having you look behind your back to make sure that nobody's actually standing there, oh my god, let's just get into it, okay? This book is called Stolen Tongues, and it's actually by Felix Blackwell, okay? Now this book, you guys, is actually based on Mr. Blackwell's like wife. Basically, Mr. Blackwell's wife, or fiance, I don't actually know if they ended up getting married, she had a very rare sleeping disorder, okay? And this is where he got the like inspiration to write this book, you guys. Felix is engaged to this woman named Faye, okay? And what they ended up doing is going on a little getaway because everything was super hectic. They had just gotten engaged. They hadn't had time to really kind of enjoy each other and the like newly engagement and stuff like that. So they decided to go on a little getaway to a cabin that Faye's parents owned, okay, in the Colorado mountains. Now, you guys, there's a lot of history, a lot of spooky things that happened and that happen on this mountain, okay? Now, they don't necessarily know that right when they go. It's not until later on that Felix finds out like all the creepy things that have happened on this mountain and the just spirits that haunt the mountain and anybody that they can get. Definitely the book that like terrified me the most late at night. It was my favorite thing to do late at night before bed was read this book, just because I knew that I was going to be like looking around me, making sure that ghosts weren't actually anywhere near me, you guys, because it is so fucking good. So Faye basically has this disorder. Well, he thought it was a disorder where she gets up in the middle of the night to like sleepwalk. She sleep talks. She does just the creepiest, most skin crawling things, you guys, while she's asleep. And at first he, you know, is kind of used to it because she's done it almost all her life since she was a little kid. But it's not until that they come back from this getaway at this cabin that they really realize that like there's a lot more to her sleepwalking than her parents claim to say. There's a big family secret that her parents and her older sister are kind of hiding from not only Faye but also Felix. Felix just really wants to crack down this mystery and figure out what it is that really happened when Faye was younger and why she is the way that she is and why things are happening to them the way they're happening. This entity, okay, ends up following them from the mountain all the way back home. It ends up attaching itself specifically to Faye, but like to Felix as well. And their lives, you guys, are in grave danger because this entity has literally killed every person that he has like attached himself to. There's a like long line of people that he's managed to get, and it is just so insane the way that he like writes this story and the detail and everything that happens, you guys. It's so insane because it just happens all in your dreams. Like everything is kind of like attached to your dreams and to your nightmares, and the spirits manage to figure out a way to get inside your head while you're asleep, because that's, you know, when you're the most vulnerable, you're asleep. It manages to find like your deepest, darkest like fears while you're asleep and uses them against them, you guys. It is so fucking insane. Like everything about this book from the moment it starts is just so creepy. At the beginning, it is a little bit slow and it's not as like spooky, but once you get like a couple chapters in, you don't even have to get like halfway, maybe like 3-4 chapters in, you guys, it really starts to like take a really dark turn. If you have a good like imagination, like if you're able to read something and really picture it in your head, this shit will get to you, okay? It'll really freak you the fuck out. I know I had like a few dreams where I was like in a scene or two of the book and it really just creeped me out. I'm definitely gonna have to look more into Alex Blackwell and just to see if he has any more creepy crawly books, because yeah, he killed it with this one. Seriously, 10 out of 10 would highly recommend. If there's one book that you guys read from these 4, please let it be this one, okay? But wow. Round of applause for Felix, because not only did he write an incredible fucking book, but it's like based on like true events. So that's what makes it a little bit creepier, is that like this shit could really happen, okay? Guys, those are the 4 books that I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about today. I hope that you guys like these types of videos and maybe you guys will find a book for the spooky Halloween time to read. And if you guys have any suggestions for me, please let me know down below, okay? Like I said, I love books that just like are spooky and scary, and I don't just read these books like during this time of the year. Some of these I read like over the summer or like earlier this year, so I don't just contain myself to this time of the year, okay? I will always love watching and just reading anything and everything creepy. But yeah guys, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching and for being here as always. I appreciate you bitch more than you will ever begin to fucking imagine, okay? I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, the best rest of your week. Don't forget to smile, be happy, make sure you guys eat, drink some water, read a good book, and before you guys go to sleep tonight, make sure that there's nothing creepy hiding under your beds, because you never know what the hell's lurking in the shadows, okay? I will see you guys very, very soon for another video.